What's up, everybody? This is Josh here with Basement Level Magic. We are jumping into another Battle for Zendikar draft, and we have opened up a pretty good one. We have a Retreat to Ameria. This is definitely one of the, well, it's absolutely the best retreat. It fits into pretty much any white strategy that you're looking to play. You're able to pump your guys, you're able to just pump out ally creatures all the time. Ugin's Insight is a decent rare, but it's definitely not a card that I'm looking to take first pick. Being able to draw 3 cards and scrying beforehand is always good, but it's not what we're going for here. Transgress the Mind is decent, but definitely not really looking to first pick something like that. Undo Rising is decent. Complete Disregard is probably the second best pick here, just because it doesn't hook you into double colors, it's removal. Evolving Wilds would probably be my third pick in this pack, but we'll definitely take the Retreat to Ameria and be happy. Alright, so Halimar Tidecaller is awesome. And Blue-White Awaken is one of the strongest decks out there. Otherwise, we could be looking at Exert Influence. We're not really looking to do unless we're going to do a Converge deck. You need to be able to take over. I would think that you'd want to at least be able to take a 3-power creature at minimum. But Halimar Tidecaller is a very good card. Whoever's passing to us did not take the rare or the 3 uncommons. So gotta make you wonder whether they had, I don't know, a common that I would take over these. So maybe there was an expedition or something real nice, I guess. Otherwise, McKinney Patrol is serviceable, but it's not exciting. We'll take the Tidecaller, and we'll be looking to pick up those Awaken cards. Here we do have a flyer in Shadow Glider. Brood Monitor is probably the strongest card outright. It doesn't really play the greatest with the cards that we've already taken, other than the fact that if we were looking to go Converge, blue, white, and green do play really well together. I would rather go more of a blue-white flyers slash Awaken route, though. Ulamog's Reclaimer. Turn target instant sorcery. I mean, that's definitely nice to be able to bring that back. It's not quite the body that you're looking for. And Deathless Behemoth, I'm not real excited by. I'm going to take the Shadow Glider. The other card we could look at is Smite the Monstrous. Stone Fury is very good if we were looking to go red, but I do want to try out this blue-white. Here we do have Royal's Retribution, Courier Griffin, Core Castigator. Merc Strider is decent, but not generally what you take in this style of deck. Smite the Monstrous once again is good. Undo Greathorn is a decent creature that works in pretty much all decks, but it's something that comes back around. So right now I'm looking between Courier Griffin and Royal's Retribution. I do really enjoy taking as much removal as possible, but Courier Griffin has been surprisingly good, even though it's only a 2/3, but the flying ability is really important. I think the Royal's Retribution is what I'm going to take. It is a card that could possibly put somebody in white, whereas Courier Griffin is just a smaller sign that white is open. But we want to make sure that people know that white is not open. Alright, here we want to take these Awaken cards if we want to take advantage of Halimar Tidecaller. Tajuru Warcaller is a huge sign that green is open right now. Otherwise, Encircling Fissure is definitely a decent card. Yeah, this is a real good pack for us. Sheer Drop, Shadow Glider, and Encircling Fissure are all cards that I would look to possibly take. I want to take the removal, though, and it's also an Awaken spell. I'd love to see a Shadow Glider come back around to us, or the Encircling Fissure. The Warcaller is easily the most powerful card, but we've already invested, 4 picks into possibly going this route. Yeah, so green is, if somebody gets into green, they're going to have a really strong deck now that they Could take a War Caller and a Plated Crusher. I feel like if I were going to go green, I would have done it last pack. I'm not going to do it this time. Ulamog's Nullifier is a strong card. Just being able to exile stuff, but we haven't really picked up anything towards that style of deck. I think I'm just going to take the Fortified Rampart. Otherwise, the Coral Helm Guide would be a decent pickup. It's just an early body. I think the Fortified Rampart is just a little bit better for this style of deck. We're kind of gum up the ground, kill their creatures style of deck right now. I like the Kozilek's Channeler here. It goes in any deck. Otherwise, Oracle of Dust is a decent body. It's a 3/5, and it's got some upside to it. Right now, we don't have any ways of exiling our opponent's cards, but yeah, Kozilek's Channeler just goes in every deck. Sanctum of Ugin, I'm not really looking to do that. Calestria Healer is a super strong card, but ooh, wow. Alright, so there's a Benthic Infiltrator, Shadow Glider, Calestria Healer, and even Lithomancer's Focus are all very decent cards, especially at this point. The Infiltrator is probably the highest upside. The Glider definitely plays well in this deck. I'm going to take the Infiltrator. I want to make sure that people aren't taking blue from us. Yeah. I'm not really looking to play Wavewing Elemental, but I think I'm going to take it here. Otherwise, Scour from Existence is fine. Dispel is decent. I feel like those we can pick up later. I mean, not that it's hard to pick up a Wavewing Elemental. These generally are some of the later picks in all the packs, and it's a common, but so are these. I'm going to take the Elemental and not be too excited about it. Here, Call the Scions is probably the strongest card. Dominator Drone is decent in any black Devoid strategy. Merc Strider is... I'm going to take the Merc Strider. We could possibly take the Salvage Drone, but that's just not a very good card. Alright, so none of these cards are very good. We're going to take the Giant Mantis to hopefully clear the way for our flyers. Yeah, green is wide open. If I had gone with the War Caller a few packs ago, I would absolutely be pretty happy right now. But instead I didn't, so we just gotta take what we can. Yeah, not really seeing any other playables here. Alright, so that was decent. Our white was it was looking really good there for the first 3-4 picks, and then all of a sudden just kind of fell off. Alright, so Complete Disregard is the strongest card in the pack. Akum's Stonewalker is decent. Rune Processor is definitely one of the cards that we'll probably look to have as a finisher. But for us to make it worthwhile, we need these Ingesters. Otherwise, we could look at a Spell Shrivel. This does exile, which leads to us getting Rune Processors later. We also have Benthic Infiltrator. The Spell Shrivel is, I don't know, just not the most exciting card. I think I'm going to take the Mist Intruder. That could be wrong, but I'm looking between Mist Intruder, Spell Shrivel, and Rune Processor, which are all decent choices here. Lots of good cards for the, I mean, Calestria Healer and Drana's Emissary are very good for the Black-White Life Gain deck. Fire Mantle Mage is really good in any of the red decks, honestly, but mostly the Red-White Allies deck. Sheer Drop is going to be the card that we'll take here. We just want some outright removal, and it's an Awaken card, so it works with our Halimar Tidecaller. So we'll take the Sheer Drop here. Otherwise, Incubator Drone is a decent card. It's not really the greatest in this deck, though. I am going to take a Rune Processor now. We have the Infiltrator, the Mist Intruder as ways to exile right now. Spell Shrivel is another card that does exile, and it's a really good tempo swing. We're definitely looking between Spell Shrivel and Rune Processor, as we were a couple packs ago. Core Blade Whirl would be a fine choice, but we don't really have any cards that's going to make it exciting to have a first strike ally. We don't have all the ally triggers yet. I think I'm just going to take the Spell Shrivel. When in doubt, I like to take the lower drop and look to pick up the higher pick later. Here, Eldrazi Sky Spawner is a great sign for us. Great sign that blue is pretty open. Other cards to really look for here. Nettle Drone is a strong card in any red devoid deck. Mire's Malice is... I think Mire's Malice is great in pretty much every deck. But we'll take the Sky Spawner and be pretty happy with that. The 2/1 flyer plus the 1/1 on the ground is really good for 3 mana. Bloodbound Vampire is, I think, the strongest card here. Outnumber's pretty good too, though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the Encircling Fissure. We're gonna look to grab about 2 or 3 Eldrazi's. In this pack or the next pack, but I think Encircling Fissure is just going to be one of those ways to get us to late game, and it's also got the Awaken to it, which we are definitely going to look for. Here we could look at Core Cascade versus Mist Intruder. We are kind of doing pretty good with our Ingesters, so I'm going to take the Mist Intruder and see what we can get with maybe some really strong processors. Okay, Courier Griffin is a great pickup right here for us. We do want to have that evasion. We've got a decent amount of removal right now, and hopefully we'll be picking up more. McKinney Patrol and Oracle of Dust are cards that I could definitely see this deck wanting. I just want a little bit more evasion out of the Griffin first. And I think it's just an overall better card than something like Oracle of Dust. Ooh, Cloud Manta is, whoa, Breaker of Armies. You don't often see that card this late. A 10/8, all creatures able to block it, do so. That's not... I feel like this is a fairly close pick. Cloud Manta is going to go in this deck a little bit better. It costs 4 less. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cloud Manta, but... Okay. Now I feel okay about passing the Breaker of Armies. Rune Processor is kind of the card that we were working towards. We've got Benthic Infiltrator and 2 Mist Intruders right now, as well as a Spell Shrivel to exile cards. So we'll take the Rune Processor and be pretty excited about it. Here, I think the Incubator Drone is definitely a decent pickup. It's 2 bodies, it's 3/4 power amongst them. So between the Blighted Steppe and the Skyline Cascade, I think I'll probably take the Skyline Cascade just as a You know, it's a nice tempo swing, but I could definitely see doing the Blighted Step. We'll grab the Cliffside Lookout here. I don't know that I'll make the deck. This card just doesn't seem like it works very well. But we don't really need a fourth or a third Merc Strider. I'm just going to take the land here. So if we end up with, say we get a, I was going to say we get a land where we are able to splash a third color, this might work. Right here, definitely looking at Gideon's Reproach, Ghostly Sentinel, Benthic Infiltrator, Hedron Archive. Some real good cards here. I think the Hedron Archive is probably the best pick. The Benthic Infiltrators are really strong though. And if we, say we pick up a couple more Eldrazi Processors, we'll be real happy that we went that way. Just because it's going to help us ramp, and if it gets to the point where we need additional cards, we can sacrifice the Hedron Archive for it. I don't know. I think it's pretty close between the two for this deck. I definitely need more processors though, but those you seem to be able to find pretty easy. And actually, Gideon's Reproach just might be the right choice. It's earlier removal. Yeah, I'm gonna take I want the removal. It's early. Wow, God, all the good cards in these two packs. Clutch of Currents, Eldrazi Skyspawner, Horribly Awry. Guardian of Tazim is really good though. That's one of the biggest blue bombs you can get in this format. We're easily going to take that, but I'd be happy with any of these three blue cards, and even the McKinley Patrol would be fine. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to pass this though. Couple good green cards in this. Yeah, this pack is just insanely good. Alright, so there's a Munda. I think another Royal Spout. Almost passed that one by. There's another Sheer Drop, a Royal Spout, Shadow Glider. So far these packs have been really, really good. It's unfortunate we can only take one of them. We'll definitely take the Royal Spout though. It's got Awakened, so our Tidecaller gets a little bit better with it. Hopefully, the way these packs are going, maybe we'll even pick up a second Tidecaller. Brood Monitor is strong, Munda is strong. Yeah, these packs are just insanely good for... It just depends on what deck you're in. Ooh, another Royal Spout. There's an Incubator Drone, Tightening Coils. Tightening Coils is really strong in this format. It's been surprising how well it's done. But another Royal Spout is just going to be the best option for us. We don't have any landfall things other than the Guardian of Tazim, so Slab Hammer's not really what we're looking to do here. Silent Skimmer is a fine card. Wrong color though. So we'll take another Royal Spout. Ooh, Wasteland Strangler. If only we were playing black. I'm going to take the Evolving Wilds here. Maybe we end up seeing a card that we're happy to splash. But otherwise it'll just be helping our mana. Here, I don't know that we need a third Mist Intruder. At this moment we have the two Merc Striders, the Rune Processor. Those are the only ways that we are processing right now. I think the Cloud Manta is just better. With us having the Evolving Wilds, it makes Skyrider Elf a possibility, but I don't think that we'll be looking to do that. We'll take the Cloud Manta here. And Anticipate is a really good pickup right now. Card draw and card selection is always important. We do have to watch out for the Nettle Drone, Giant Mantis. Catacomb Sifter is really strong, but the black-green deck has been... I feel it's been a difficult deck to put together. If you can get it together, it's amazing. But it's also, I don't know, a little bit harder to build than some of the other ones. I'll take the Rush of Ice here. It's another Awaken card. It's a tempo play. I'm a bit surprised at the lack of Eldrazi in this pack. Ghostly Sentinel is a great pickup for us. Just getting another flyer. We'll take the Horribly Awry. You know, we're definitely a tempo-based deck here. Tajiro Beastmaster and Stalwart show that green is as open as ever. Here we will take... Do we have a lot of 1 toughness creatures? No. We'll take the Coralhelm guy just as an early play. I don't think it's going to make the deck right now, though. We have so many strong cards. We could even look at Encircling Fissure come out. Honestly, Retreat to Emeria is one of the cards that makes the least sense in this deck. We can take out the Fortified Rampart. If we end up against like a real fast allies deck, we'll put that back in. We'll grab an Incubator Drone here. Grab the Blighted Fen. Obviously, nobody's playing those. I was surprised that third pack there was very few Eldrazi. And I don't even know that we need to play it, but it's just... If you're playing a Benthic Infiltrator and 2 Mist Intruders, which maybe we don't want to play those. I like having the early plays, though. Definitely want to play the Evolving Wilds. The Encircling Fissure is something to think about. Fortified Rampart as well. I feel like this is going to be some tough cuts. We could look at possibly taking out the Merc Striders, but that kind of makes the Mist Intruders less important, which isn't bad, I guess. But let's take those out. God, I like all of our non-creature spells. I guess Rush of Ice could be one to come out. Horribly Awry, I think, is just a really... I mean, this is a tempo-based deck here, and I mean, maybe Incubator Drone should come out and Merc Strider in. Or even one of each. Courier Griffin, I know I want to play Ghostly Sentinel, I want to play Shadow Glider, I want to play Infiltrator, Sky Spawner, Tidecaller, the 2 Cloud Mantas, Kozilek's Channeler. I don't know that we actually need Kozilek's Channeler, but it is a... I mean, it's a 4/4 body even, which this deck could possibly use. We're at 25. We need to cut down to 22. I don't know that Rune Processor really is a card that's needed here, actually. And if we're going to do that, maybe Kozilek's Channeler comes out. Just doesn't feel right, though. I do feel like I definitely want the Processor. We have lots of ways to exile, so I feel like that is really important. I could possibly take out Horribly Awry. Just this is a good problem to have, having more cards than you know what to do with. I need to look at one more cut. I think maybe the Mercstrider. 13 and 9, we've got Royal's Retribution, 2 Sheer Drops, 2 Royal Spouts. Spell Shrivel is basically removal as well. Gideon's Reproach is removal. I think this is going to be it. And then if we end up against a aggressive deck, we could do... We've got great sideboard options for it. Even Incubator Drone would be fine. All right, let's try this. We did a Skyline Cascade. So adding our basics, we need a little bit more blue than white. This gives us 10 blue sources and 9 white sources with the Evolving Wilds, so yeah, that's definitely good. Oh, and even if we end up against a real aggressive deck, we do have Coral Helm Guide as well. Yeah, so that's... I feel like this is a really strong deck. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this, and go ahead and check out the matches. This is Josh here with Basement Level Magic. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We really do appreciate it. It's going to help us get our views up. And we'll see you again later.